This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club for the first of our two games here this afternoon in the Emirates Polo Championships International. Match day 2, field 2, game number 3 will be contested between the blue shirts of AM Polo and the combination team Ancora La Mar. Let's have a look at the runners and riders for this one. In the blue shirts for AM Polo is Her Highness Sheikha Alia Al Maktoum off a 0-goal handicap. In the 2 shirt, Fermin Prado plays off for 2 goals. Benja Urquiza is the 6th goaler wearing the 3 shirt. The 2 brothers at the back here, his younger brother Polo Urquiza is at back off a 4-goal handicap. Full complement of 12 goals for AM, so too their opponents, completing the 12-goal handicap limit here for the Emirates Polo Championships International. Khalid Al Omran takes the number 1 shirt. At 2, playing with his father, what a joy that must be, Santos Iriarte off a 3-goal handicap. The distinctive fluorescent helmet of Jose Riglos, the 6-goal Argentine, takes the 3 shirt. And at the back, Tommy Iriarte, also off of 3 goals, like his son, and a full complement there for Ancora of 12 goals. Our umpires on field, Matthias Barbieni and Peter Wright. Just waiting for a pony for one of our umpires. I can tell you that it's a nice day. It's quite blustery here. The wind has picked up. It's coming across the field at some rate, but it's dry, of course, and it's a nice temperature. So pretty good conditions. Maybe a little bit too much wind for the penalty takers, and certainly something they'll have to be thinking about as they set themselves up for the dead ball penalties. Anyway, first chance to have a look at these 2 teams. We had 2 wonderful games here yesterday, and today gives us a chance to see the full remaining teams in their first outings. This is the first of 2 matches, the 2 p.m. game here on field 2, and we're going to move across to the Sultan bin Zayed field for a 4 p.m. clash between Bansali and Jingiri. There are the socials. If you'd like to get in touch with us and you're at home on the live stream, we'd be very pleased to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching the action from, who you're supporting. We'll get a shout out in. We do love hearing from everybody across the globe, and by all means, get your message in, and we will do our best to get a shout out to you. Well, we've got a slight delay waiting for an umpire pony. It gives me a chance to have a recap on yesterday's action. The first game that kicked off yesterday was on this field, field 2, and that was contested between the home team Ghantoot and Habtoor, who are visiting from Dubai, and it was in fact Ghantoot who came up with the win there, 6-4.5 over Habtoor. Some really good action in that first game, and then the second game was between Abu Dhabi and Al Barsha. Al Barsha having come down from DPEC, having had a very good tournament up there. And they were too strong for Abu Dhabi yesterday, and they won that second match, 8-5. Goals of the game, Juan Ambrosio. Tommy Billings with a lovely breakaway there. Some good skills. So it looks like there's a pony that's just surfaced from the pony lines coming around the outside of the field. So we'll be underway in a matter of a minute or two. Some nice shots coming in from our drone over the top of field 2 here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. Does give us a completely different perspective, doesn't it? A great addition for the filming here for Polo Line TV. Second on-field umpire has just mounted up and he's just stepping over the boards and onto the field of play. That's Peter Wright, who's going to be joining Mattias Bavieni, two very experienced umpires, to keep everybody in check. And in the third man chair next to me is Chris Hyde, with the benefit of the replay, of course, and they'll be looking at getting every decision absolutely spot on. So the umpire just calling for a couple of players to pop out and get behind the line, and we are underway. Riglos with a little flip. And Brother will work this one around the corner here and go past Riglos. Trying to nudge it past Tommy Uriarte, and he's done quite well, but a bit of a miscontrol. It's a good miscontrol and a good mishit because it's fallen very nicely to the path of his teammate, and Ben Urquiza has thumped that one downfield. Trying to get on the end of that is his brother, but it's going to beat him out of play, and it's just slid past that left post and wide and out of play. So, Ancora from their own back line. Here comes Tommy. He's got his son and Khalid Al-Omran in front of him. Riglos is tucked in behind. Riglos now picks up possession here. And he's, he's come up with a couple of mishits. And he's hit it straight to Fermin Prado. Prado now coming around the corner, trying to evade the hook there of Santos. Santos Uriarte with a nice defensive play. Tommy has it now. And Tommy just waiting for the traffic to clear before he tries to punch this one downfield and up towards the halfway line. Santos is there for a piece of the action. And so too was Khalid Al-Omran. Al-Omran now may well drop in on this. He's going to leave it here for Santos. Santos backed up by Riglos. Good little half steal there by Urquiza. But it's popped out nicely here for Riglos. On the chestnut, working this one around the corner. Got some support. Santos is there. Uriarte now. His father coming in on the loop, and just as well because Well, it was a complete miss-hit, and trying to straighten up and get the line there was Benko Urquiza, but he didn't quite get round in time, and the Whites are on the march here. A little flick in towards goal. Can they get the finishing touch? Good ride off there from Santos. Goes for the open backhander, which he's completely mishit, and it's been nudged away from the goal line here. Desperate defence by AM Polo. Who's got it? The Whites have. It's Santos doing a little spin turn. He'll be told to get on with it, and he is. He shoots, and Santos Iriarte has scored. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it is Ancora Lamar who opened the scoring here with about just over 5 minutes remaining in this first chukker. They go 1-0. We're back in play. Popped out the back. Riglos is all over this. And he's just nudged that little show and go there, and he's gone past Urquiza. Here comes Riglos. Can't pick up the bounce. Urquiza's there with a little waft on the near side. And straightening up was Pali Urquiza. He was in position on line. And it was Riglos trying to dance back onto the line of the ball, who's crossed out in front of that defending player. It's going to be a penalty 5 spot hit here in favour of AM. So, Benko Urquiza circling around now. Nudges it forward. Santos will wait for him. Left is the call. And it's a good read here by Pali. Told to get on with it. And another miss hit there, this time from Pali Urquiza, trying to find his brother. But he's given it inadvertently straight back to Riglos here, who's going to have a chance to turn. A miscontrol from him, and well, it's a game thus far littered with errors. And we've got a collision there as Tommy Iriarte comes together with Fermin Prado, and the umpires with a loud blast of the whistle. So the umpires have had a look at this. They've gone upstairs, benefit of the replay, and they've adjudged White to have been fouling there. Tommy Iriarte coming in potentially from the wrong side and just clattering into that blue player is going to be Benko Urquiza. He's got a penalty too. He's gone with a full swing, and he's got it nice and straight, and AM are on the scoreboard here. It's 1-1 in the first. Like they're going to do one more run before the halfway point, but they'll give these players a chance to change their ponies. And we're back in play here with Riglos on the near side and then back to the offside. Gets a little bit of a break there with a hoof from the pony, but it's fallen for Prado, and Prado finds a backhander that's deflected into the path of Urquiza. Urquiza to Urquiza. Benka. He's got runners. They want it out to the right. It's gone pretty straight there, and that's a good touch by Tommy, who stops that ball from getting through. A little half slip there from his pony, and Santos is there to mop things up. Iriarte now back in defence here on the big bay. Santos coming around the corner. A bit slow on the turn there, but he's got some support here, and that's nicely done by Riglos. Khalid free, if he can find him. He's gone long and hard, but Riglos just not connecting with the ball on those big hits, and he's left that one behind, and Prado's going to jump all over this, plucks it out of the air there on the little half turn. Here comes Fermin Prado, working this one forward for AM Polo. Stolen back, Riglos has it. Riglos tucks it back inside. Another little half slip there, this time by Santos. And the players wanting a half chucker change. And the whistle obliging. 2:37 on the clock. It's going to be a chance for people to come off and come back out on a fresh mount. 1-1 here in the first between Ancora La Mar and AM. Well, there's the Polo Line TV app on the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are interested in polo, who don't have that app, you've got to sort yourselves out and get that, because it's got all the information you need from the world of polo. The Polo Line TV app has absolutely everything you need from across the globe of polo. Make sure you get it downloaded as soon as possible and stay up to date with all the results and the fixtures across the world. Nice shot there of Khaled Al-Omran coming back out onto the field. Khaled from Saudi Arabia plays his polo here in the UAE and teams up often with his friend Ryan Al-Ajaji. Sometimes they do a combination team, hence the Estancia La Mar and Cora combination here. Tommy Uriarte, the last to join the pack, coming out on a bay with pretty high head carriage. And it will be Tommy to bring us back into play. The free clear possession drop ball, and well, Prado came in to try and squeeze him for space there, but he's overshot it. He's on the right of way. The umpires don't like it. The whistle's gone. They're marching downfield. Penalty 3, 40-yard hit here for Riglos. And, well, he's not been middling the ball, has he, in this first half of this chukker? And this one will settle the nerves if he can get this out of the middle of the stick head and through the goal. Better contact with the ball, he's got it. And there's nothing that Urquiza could do. He's rushing out to try and stop that. But it's through the centre. And it brings up a second goal there for La Mar. Looks like Tommy Uriarte's nipped off and got a bit of an issue. Some loose tack. So the teams are going to wait. We have 2 minutes, 4 seconds remaining here in the first. So it's all good in the hood. Oh, the umpire's dropped the ball. Take 2 in the throw-in. We're back in play. Clash of sticks, and it's fallen for the boys in the middle. Picked up by Tommy Iriarte, and he's found a nice pass out towards Riglos, who can switch over here and keep this ball on the easy side. Riglos in on goal here. It's Riglos looking for 3-1. He's got it. Well, as we see on the replay there, nice pass from Tommy. Riglos was so far ahead of that defender. He had time to switch over and made no mistake. Lamar opening up a bit of daylight here between themselves and AM with a 2-goal advantage. Umpire just calling Urquiza out there at the throw-in. Ali Al Maktoum is there for a nibble at the front of the throw-in. So too is Tommy Iriarte. Spot hit to the Blues. Could well have been contact from both sides there. A white on each side of that blue player. There's going to be a penalty 5 here. Spot hit in favour of AM Polo. So Prado was in the 2 shirt. Ali Al Maktoum at 1. Ali Urquiza has the 4 shirt, and here comes his brother Benja, and he may well crank this towards goal. Wind assisted, he's got this within range for sure. Didn't quite catch it, it's gone left, and Riglos was well positioned. He wants the foul. It's gone all the way through here to Prado, and Prado trying to flick it back towards goal. Alomran was there for a piece of the action, but so too was the umpire's whistle. Penalty 2. A chance here for AM to claw one back. Just a few yards out, and a little neck shot coming in there from Urquiza. Will get the job done. And AM up to 2 there on the scoreboard, trailing by just 1. Going to be touch and go as to whether they'll get this ball in play. It's going to be close. Looks like they're all set, and the umpire will get the ball in. Riglos escaping from the back of the pack, gets away there from Benja Urquiza. Riglos on the march here for Ancora Lamar. He's going to go near side. We'll get back to this. In fact, he switched back to the offside, tries to play the open backhander, but comes up with nothing on that. And AM with a chance to clear their lines and get this one downfield. 10 seconds or so remaining here until the second hooter of this first chukker. That one's punched long. Deflection there off Santos. Nice little near side play coming in from Prado. And that will end the chukker there. It was Iriarte on the grey who was turning. Benja Urquiza was hooning down the line there on the chestnut. He had his stick raised. Let's see what the umpires decide. But at the end of the first here, it is Ancora Lamar with the advantage, 3-2 over AM Polo.
Welcome to the prestigious Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club, where world-class training meets unmatched passion for horses. Join our new horse training classes and learn from the best. Be a part of our legacy of excellence.
Well, welcome back, Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to everybody on the live stream. We're live and direct from the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club here in Abu Dhabi. Chukker number 2 is going to start with a penalty for 60-yard attempt here, and it will be Benjamin Urquiza circling around here, looking to try and tie the match at 3s. He's got the height. It looks good. Is it straight? Yes, it is. That's a really good penalty. High and into the wind. Well, they're having a good look at it. The goal judge likes it, but I'm not sure if everyone else does. Certainly got a lovely height on it, but the wind is so blustery. Really is whipping across this field on the diagonal, and it may just have pushed that ball wide. Unlucky there by Benka. Good contact, but all for nothing. It remains 3-2, and it's Iriarty bringing the ball back into play here for Ancora. Tommy working it forward. Riglos is tucked in behind. That just gives him that confidence to know that he can run the ball, and just as well, because he's left that ball behind. Riglos now has possession, and he's cut one out towards Santos. Santos picking this one up just inside enemy territory. He's up over the halfway line, finds an absolute beauty. That's a lovely pass downfield. Has it gone a little bit too far? Khaled is coming in, and the wind has just whipped that one down and across the back line. Just got too much on it, and the ball is out of play. So Urquiza, Benka back in possession of the ball here from his own back line. Going out to the right is his brother, Pali. And that's where the pass has gone. Putting the brakes on and just easing the pony back here, Pali Urquiza. Benka now goes down the boards for the pass. Alia Al Maktoum is up there, but she's not there. And that one's gone straight into the lap of Riglos. Riglos putting the brakes on. Fermin Prado comes in to try and put the squeeze on Riglos, who's made a nice little turning play on the boards, sets himself, and then fires it into the path of not one but 2 Iriarties. Here comes Santos. May well just leave the ball here for his father. He's been taken on by 2 blue players, and he's done both of them. Santos goes to the near side there, takes the contact, and he's got some support here from his dad, who flicks it down towards goal. Khaled Al-Omran is coming in. Goal shot, and it's been cleared. Blues are there. Desperate defence from Urquiza. Tommy Iriarty's there trying to get it around the corner. So too is Benka Urquiza hacking away there on the near side. He's got some support. Santos is there. He puts the brakes on. Benka comes in with a challenge there. Santos has got past Benka Urquiza, and he's in on goal here. It's Santos Iriarty. Flicks this one down towards goal. And has it gone wide? It's gone through. The goal judge likes it. And I think the goal has been awarded here, despite that desperate defence. So good pressure by Ancora, and they get their reward. It's 4-2. In fact, it's a penalty one that's been awarded. So a goal and a 5B restart. Tommy circles around here on the bait. Riglos is staying in close attendance on that little clip there. Gone out to the left and then breaks back to the centre, Riglos. Tommy's going to come through on this himself. He's gone past Prado. There's the goal shot, and this looks very nice to me from Tommy. Oh, as it just slid past the post. We got a bit unsighted there by the traffic. Looked very good when he released it. It's just missed wide to the right. So a let off here for AM. First time hit goes downfield from Benka. And then he picks up possession again here, Urquiza. Goes up over the halfway line, may try and get it on the end of this himself. Santos is looking to drop in here. He can't quite get there in time. And Benka goes for the under the next shot, but has left that one behind. Here comes Santos with his dad tucked in behind him. Two Iriartes here on the counter-attack for Ancora Lamar. And Riglos is free. Riglos has gone centre field. He hasn't got much with the mare. She's trying her best. Riglos will go offside. Yes, he will. He's in. Riglos up over the 40. Inside the 30. Riglos with a couple of touches. Lovely goal by Lamar Ancora. Well, that's going to be the halfway point for the change for the ponies as we look at the replay. The timing of the pass was absolutely sweet, wasn't it? And Riglos came flying through. The mare just about had enough pace for him to go offside. And he was in on goal, picked up the bouncing ball nicely and got the job done. So Lamar opening up a 3-goal advantage here halfway through the second. It's 5-2. Ainsley Saddlery, sponsors here on Polo Line TV. Ainsley doing wonderful things in polo. If you haven't looked into their range of products, including their saddles that are widely accepted as the best saddles in polo at the moment, then you need to look into that. Contact Ross and the team. See what they're up to because they're doing some great things. That's Ainsley Saddlery, sponsors here on Polo Line TV. Looks like we're all set for the conclusion of this first half of this match. Khaled Al-Omran escaping with the ball there from the throw-in. He's found a nice little pass out towards Riglos. Puts the brakes on, cuts back inside, and then nudges that one over the halfway line. He's left it behind, and the Blues have a chance here in the form of Pali Urquiza. Good little turn there by Pali. Done well. Little waft on the attempted hook there from Riglos, but he didn't get the stick. And Urquiza is still going here, backed up by his brother, who's going to have to put the brakes on. And Riglos perhaps showing a little bit of impatience there, the number 3 for Lamar. Like Benko was well set. Let's see what the umpires come up with here. They will have Riglos through the back and over the ball, and a penalty 5 here in favour of the Blues. Good position this for Benka. He's into the wind. Let's see what he comes up with. He's gone for it. Contact's very good, but it looks left. It is left. And very hard to judge in this wind from that range. He was trying to cut it back into the wind, but in the end, he's hung it out left and it's out of play. So another good field position goes begging for AM Polo, and they're still trailing here by 3. Plenty of time left in the match as Tommy brings it infield and takes a tap and then a whack under his pony's neck. Nice pass out towards Riglos, but it's been well judged and returned there by Benka Urquiza. Tommy, first to react, sweeps it across the field. Iriarte now under pressure from Her Highness Sheikha Alia, who's tracking Iriarte nicely and certainly making him have to work for this. Tommy takes the hook there from Pali. Pali gets man and ball. He's done well. Going to turn it infield. Riglos will have to come out of the way and allow Urquiza to find a pass out towards his brother. Benka in control of this play now. The number 3 for AM Polo looks to try and launch that one down into a dangerous area. He's going to get a second go at it. And there's the next shot. And this time He's overcooked it and turned it over, and it's gone wide left again. And AM with some great pressure, but they're just coming up short and a little bit goal shy at the moment, still trailing by 3. Tommy with another knock-in. Iriarty out to the right-hand side, nudges it forward for himself. He's got Riglos tucked in behind, may well leave it for him here, and he does. Riglos goes under his pony's neck, and well, it wasn't the perfect contact by any stretch, but it's found its man. And here comes Tommy, leaves it there for Riglos, who's coming through at pace now, and he's found a pass. Well, he's bobbled it straight into the back of his teammate's pony, and it's fallen nicely here for Pali Urquiza. Pali couldn't deal with it, but Benka might well do so. Benka putting the brakes on, spinning the corner here. He's got options. Urquiza, is he going to look for Alia Al Maktoum? He is. Alia is free. Is that going to come up a little bit short? It is, but she's got some support. That's a nice little spin turn by Prado. And he's done really well here for Min Prado. A little miscontrol, just allowed Riglos in. And Riglos back in defence here for the white shirts of Ancora Lamar. He's back in play. Riglos on the march. This pony looks quick. And he fancies it. He's taking them on. There's the hooter. Riglos up to the halfway line. Can he find the under the neck? Shot's gone for the Hail Mary. Didn't come up with anything but fresh air on that. And a little slip there as Benka comes around the corner. The first bell had already gone. The whistle has gone. And that will be the end of the first half of this match, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that Benka Urquiza and his pony look absolutely fine, which is the good news. And at the halfway point here, between Estancia Lamar, Ancora, and AM Polo, it is the white shirts of Ancora who have the advantage. It's 5-2.
We come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match, Mayo Clinic breakthrough moment.
Gone under his pony's neck, and he's found Williams. That's a lovely pick up there from Tommy Williams, who's asked this mare to extend her legs, and she has obliged. He's absolutely flying. Is that one out to the right-hand side? The approach is a little bit long on that line, is it? No, it's not. It's inside the post. A beautiful goal by Tommy Williams. Welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to Field 2 here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi. halfway point in this contest between AM and Ancora La Mar. We just saw Benka Urquiza with a little slip there as he came around the corner. Thankfully, both Benka and the pony are good. Benka has made his way out for the start of this second half. It's going to be a drop ball, clear possession, blue restart. And you'll notice that the umpire drops the ball here. The team cannot tee the ball up. We're just relying on the umpire finding a nice patch, hopefully getting the ball to sit up. And Urquiza likes it. He's going to crank it first time, and he's found plenty on that. He's absolutely smashed it. Good little deflection there from Riglos, but it's not enough to stop that ball from going through to Pali Urquiza. Pali now trying to come around the houses and work this one back towards goal. Urquiza down in the corner, under pressure there from Riglos. Picked up by Prado. Nice work from Fermin Prado. Can he straighten this one up towards goal? No, he can't. He's left it behind. And possession once again is back with Riglos. He's on a fast one. And he's got a runner. Can he find the pass? He can. Beautifully worked forward here towards Khaled Al-Omran. Can he pick up the bounce? Yes, he can. He hacks that one forward and he's down towards the 40-yard line. Khaled Al-Omran right in front of the goal. Can he find the touch? Oh, yes. Beautiful goal by the number 1 for Ancora, Khaled Al-Omran. There's the replay. He'll be very pleased with that. Did everything right, didn't he? The approach shot was right on the money. To be fair to Riglos, the pass wasn't bad either. But Khaled still with a fair bit of work to do. And you can't leave him, that is for sure. He's well mounted and he's pretty good at converting those chances. Back in play. Benka, back in defence with it all to do here at Urquiza, trailing by 4. A little check there has allowed Santos to come in. That's a nice little dummy from Santos Iriarte, and he's worked this one around the corner and got the better of Fermin Prado. The two number 2s working hard on each other, but Santos still going forward here. The 3-goal Argentine still in at it, and he's just left that one behind. Benka has it. And Urquiza gets away momentarily from Riglos. Picks up the bouncing ball. Good work here by Benka. Nice little volley. It's gone left. But Prado may have a pop here on the near side. He's gone for the near side under the next shot. Oh, have a bit of that. What a wonderful goal by Fermin Prado. An absolute ripper. Well, the pass was not perfect on this occasion. Look at the amount of work he had to do. Flat tack across the field, and that's really nice from the 2-goal player for AM Polo, and they really needed it. They were trailing by 4, and the gap now 3 goals. They could do with another one here and get some pressure on this Ancora team, and that's exactly what Pali Urquiza is trying to do. Pali now escaping from the pack. He's gone well wide to the left. What can he come up with? Well, he's not going to get there, and he's nudged that too far and out of play. So clock ticking down to 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this third. And it'll be Tommy Iriarte with another knock, and he's had plenty. He's going to try and get Ancora back down the other end of the field here and get some pressure on. Tommy with a nice measured cut shot pass out towards Riglos. Gone for it first time, and he's got plenty on that too. Santos has gone beyond Pali Urquiza, and Santos is in here. Can he get this one back towards goal? Santos Iriarte with a very good looking approach shot. He's right in front of goal. Santos! Oh, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done by the white shirts of Ancora. 3 players involved from Tommy. Picked up by Riglos. Riglos downfield. Santos got the measure and the jump on Pali Urquiza. And, well, the finish was quite superb, wasn't it? And Ancora La Mar turning on the charm here in the third. It's 7 goals to 3. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of our 2 games here. Games 3 and 4 today. Match day 2 of this Emirates Polo Championships International. And we have a 4 p.m. clash from the Sultan bin Zayed field, and that will be contested between Bansali and Jengiri. What a great game that's going to be. Make sure you're tuned in for that one. That's 4 p.m. local time, Bansali versus Jengiri. .3:37 on the clock. Players are just coming back out onto the field after being offered a free change by our umpires here. And, well, AM, having scored, needed to get a couple of goals consecutively, didn't they? But they have conceded again, and they can't quite get enough momentum to get back into touching distance here with Ancora Lamar. Let's see what they can come up with here. Still plenty of time in the match, but they don't want to be conceding next, that is for sure. Who's got it? Urquiza. Nice work here from Benja. Lightning quick there in the throw-in, and he's found a nice pass down towards Alia Al Maktoum, who's on the march. Alia, can she get on the end of this? She's being tracked down here by Khalid Al Omran. This ball is running wide left. Just a little bit too much on it. And, well, how many knock-ins have we seen for this white team? They've had plenty. Be interesting to see the stats. Could well be up into double figures already here. Tommy, once again from the back line, takes a nudge. Breaking right is Riglos. Little glance over his shoulder here from Riglos. He knows he's got a little bit of time. Tommy's gone downfield. Iriarty has gone out to the right. Riglos has used him as a decoy and worked that very nicely, but he's left the ball behind. Have no fear, Santos is here, and Santos has crunched that one up over the top, and he's put it down into a very dangerous area. Riglos is coming through, but once again, the players have been beaten by the ball as it crosses the back line. Nicely worked there by Ancora. And they've come up with some nice interchanges, haven't they? But that one just wide to the right. So AM with the knock-in this time. Riglos back in defence. Goes near side. Back to the offside. He's had, well, he had a shaky start, I think, with a couple of mishits in the early in the first chukker. But since then, he's certainly been performing pretty well here, Riglos. And he's in possession of the ball once again. Finds a nice little measured pass out towards Santos. Iriarty looking to see whether he's going to stick or twist there. He's just looking to see where his teammate was. And they've done well. AM have done really well, and that's a nice backhander, and he's in on goal. Can he find the shot downfield? He can. Lovely hit over the halfway line, and Prado is just trying to chop this one back towards goal. Looks like he's got a little bit straight. Tries to go for the little flick. And he was under pressure from Santos, and the chance is gone. What a chance it was. The approach shot just too far left. A minute remaining here in this third chukker. And the Blues have had plenty of chances. But yet again, it's Tommy Iriarty with a knock-in. And he certainly had enough practice on those today. Riglos switching sides, going to the offside, picking up that under the next shot pass there from Tommy Iriarty, and then working this one back in field. Riglos goes long, very long, and Khalid Al Omran is just trying to change direction and get back into the path of the ball, but he's going to be beaten to it there by Benja. Fermin Prado is there with a nice cute turn. And he's supported here by Pali Urquiza. First bell goes. Pali leaves it here for Benja. Benja will go long, and he's crunched it very long, but Riglos was sitting deep and waiting for that. And he'll have all the time in the world to just come up with this open backhander and chop this one away from the danger zone. It's out towards Santos. Santos takes the hook there on Urquiza and then comes around the corner. Good work here by Santos Iriarty. And he has drawn the whistle at the end of the third chukker. That will be the final passage of play here. A brilliant chukker by Ancora Lamar. They were ahead by 4 here at the break. It's 7-3. Goals of the game, Juan Ambrosio. Tommy Billins with a lovely breakaway there. Some good skills. Welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to Field 2, Match Day 2 of the Emirates Polo Championships International here in Abu Dhabi. As the players come back out onto the field for the start of this fourth chukka in this very well attended 12-goal championships. 8 teams. We had 2 games yesterday. We've got 2 games today. And a very competitive level this season in the UAE, the 12-goal. Great to see so many teams in this one. 8 teams competing. And our chance later on to have a look at the final 2 teams to open their accounts. That's Bansali Jengiri, 4 p.m. But for now, we need a conclusion here between AM and Ancora Lamar. So we had a foul at the end of that third chukka. Santos Uriarte with some good work in defence, and he's earned his team a 60-yard penalty here. And here comes José Riglos from the penalty 4 marker. He's got the height, looks good as he cut it back into the wind. He has. It's a lovely swing and a superb conversion into the wind, that crosswind coming across the field, but it didn't bother him. And Lamar opening up a 4-goal advantage here. Early doors in the fourth. It's 8-3. Which is in fact 5 goals. We're back to the centre. Urquiza. In fact, his brother, who's working this one around the corner, is going to leave it here for his teammate. Benka. Deciding to try and muscle this one past Uriarte. Tommy coming in there on the near side. Pali is there. Loud appeal from Urquiza, but he's not going to get the whistle here, and Santos has worked it around the corner, taken the contact there with Pali. And they're still in contact, so Santos good to make a little turn here, and then he's going to try and release it into the path of his father. Well, that's a bit of a mishit. Tommy will have to come back and try and make something happen, but he's got that horribly wrong, and the whistle's gone. Spot hit in favour of AM. Benka. It's gone long, very long. Leaking out to the right at the moment. Tommy's just going to shepherd that ball out of play. Once again, AM just sliding past the post. Just been a bit goal shy. They've had plenty of chances, but they have not converted enough. They find themselves really up against it here in the fourth. Tommy now. Right is the call, and he's got that wrong. That one's just gone quite straight as the pony jinked on him as he went to hit, and it's been picked up here by not one but 2 Urquizas. First of all, Pali. And now in possession of Benjamin. Urquiza now puts the hammer down and goes past his man. Benka up to the 60, working this one infield. He's got to get past Santos. He puts the hammer down, goes for the little flick towards goal. Surely this time they're going to score. They're not. Play will continue. Well, they may well now, because Prado has had the ball popped out in front of him, right in front of the posts. And finally, after all that pressure from AM Polo, they get the score. and it's 8 goals to 4. We're back in play. Riglos, near side, he's found a beauty. A really good under the neck tail shot on the near side there by Riglos. And Tommy's on the end of it. He's gone for goal. But Prado back in defence and sweeps that one away nicely. Really good defensive work here by Fermin Prado, who's had a good game. Putting the brakes on. Santos comes in for the challenge. And firm but fair is the call from the referees there with regards to the contact from Santos Iriarte, and he's come in and stolen the ball away. Prado comes back at him. Good work here by the two young Argentines. Prado now, good skills here on the chestnut as he brings that one away from Santos, but Santos comes back with the counter right off, and the two cancel each other out. Riglos, nice turn. Gets away here from Urquiza. Got some support here, but he doesn't need it, and he's found a drive down towards goal. It's close. He's got it. Riglos on target again here, and he's been blistering here for the last couple of chukkers after a slightly nervy start. Riglos turning on the charm again. He's got another one here for Ancora Lamar, and the daylight, well, it's just too much surely now for AM Polo. 9 goals to 4 as they go off to change their pony here halfway through the fourth. Nice views from the drone. This very windy day here on field 2 in Abu Dhabi. Wind's certainly picking up a bit now. And the wind coming across the field, it hasn't affected some very good penalty taking, in particular by Riglos. There you see the wonderful facilities here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. Floodlit polo fields, clubhouses, wonderful stables. It really is state-of-the-art facilities here in Abu Dhabi. We're back in play. Who's got it? Fermin Prado. Alomran came in there for a piece of the action, but in doing so, looks like he has attracted the umpire's whistle with a bit of a right turn as he popped out in front of Benka Urquiza, who was well positioned. It's going to be a penalty 5 spot hit here in favour of the Blues. Benka goes long, route 1. Prado's on the end of it. He's been forced out to the left. In fact, Riglos has got there first. Pali puts the brakes on, spins the corner. He's got Tommy Iriarte waiting for him. Pali Urquiza with a little Harlem shuffle. He's been told to get on with it. And a whistle. Well, there's Urquiza trying to work that ball away from Iriarte and Riglos. Looks like he's earned his side a penalty. The ball has been placed down. Riglos just having a chat there with Matthias Baglieni. He's explaining the foul to the captain of Ancora. And Urquiza circles around at walk. Benka shoots. And Benja scores. It's 9-5. Back to the centre with about 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Big contact coming in there from Riglos. And he's stolen the ball away here from Benja Urquiza, and he's come up with a backhander and he's released Santos Iriarte, who's turning here into space on the grey. Skied that. He's not going to get back to that, surely. And in fact, the ball is left behind here for Benja. Makes a little turning play. Gets man and ball there. Al Omran was there for a piece of the action, but he couldn't do enough to put Benja Urquiza off. What can Khalid do on this occasion? He's coming in and getting a bit of a nudge on Benja, but Benja still has possession of the ball. Riglos. Good steal by Jose Riglos. Stolen back by Urquiza. He's down in the corner. Time is of the essence here for AM. They need a couple of quick goals to put some pressure on, and it could start here. Riglos with a half steal. Urquiza back in possession. The two number threes having a right tussle. Ali is there for a piece of the action. It's all come to a bit of a grinding halt, and it may well be a melee. And the Whites have escaped with the ball here in a combination of Riglos and Iriarte. Khalid coming through. His pony not wanting to play. And Ali Al Maktoum with a very good defensive play. Picked up now by Santos, who goes from offside to near side and back to the offside. Santos Iriarte now reaching out here on the grey. He's got away from Fermin Prado. It's Santos Iriarte. He's got it. And that will be that, as he smashes that one under his pony's neck. And Kora Lamar have been clinical. They bring up double figures here in the dying embers of this fourth chukker. And they have quite literally blown AM away in the wind here on ground two. It's 10 goals to 5. Ball is back in play. Khalid cutting that one around the corner. Nicely positioned here in defence is Alia Al Maktoum, who comes up with a lovely tail backhander. But just as she hits the ball, the hooter goes to end the match. And the players coming together to shake hands and congratulate each other. But as you see there, the final score, a convincing victory by the team in white. It's 10 goals to 5. Let's have a look at the chukker by chukker progression. Lamar opened up a 3-1 advantage, got pegged back to 3-2 by the end of the first chukker, but they held that lead pretty much throughout. Well, they did. 5-2 at half-time, 7-3 by the end of the third, and they added 3 goals and conceded 2 in that fourth chukker. Final score, 10-5. Well, here are the stats. Field goals, 2-7. That tells the story. Throw-ins, 8 by Ancora Lamar, 5 by AM Polo. There were 9 fouls by the Whites and only 3 by the Blues. 9-3 in favour of AM on that stat. Penalty count 3 out of 4 and 3 out of 3 respectively. There were no corners and no yellow cards. Be interesting to see how many knock-ins that Lamar had, because certainly seemed like Tommy Iriarte had at least 10 knock-ins throughout the game. And that tells the story that AM were just a bit goal shy and failed to convert their chances. Goals of the game. Let's have a look at the highlights reel. Santos worked that one around the corner beautifully, didn't he, with that lovely under the neck shot approach, and got the touch. And there's that wonderful near side running goal by Fermin Prado under his pony's neck. Khalid Al-Omran with a very good approach shot, and then a nice finishing touch. And that was Riglos showing us his skills. And another one here by Jose Riglos. So there you have it. That's the conclusion of our first match. We're going to dismantle and make our way across to the Sultan bin Zayed field for our second game. Make sure you're tuned in 4 p.m. local time for Bansali Jangiri.